We couldn't work without it. I have absolutely no hesitation in saying that. The results that we've had since lasers came into my hands have been spectacular. I've been using them for 15 years now, and I found the first one in Germany. We have done a lot of work with wound healing. We've done a lot of work with pressure on nerves, and basically those are the two things that we're most interested in, because if the nerve doesn't conduct, the muscle won't function. Let's go and see if we can calm you down, shall we? What a good man. Oh, that tickly. Is it very tickly? What a good lad. Once you've gotten up there and it's there, you can see if you watch his eye and his lower lip, he's now getting nice and calm, so I know that he isn't going to fuss when I start to treat his bow, which is pretty uncomfortable at the moment, and he's had a lot done to it, so he's not all that keen that people are going to mess around with it. So we need to calm him down first, and now we can go on and do the tendon itself. There's a lad. So we have a bowed tendon here, and he's nice and happy and he's not going to fuss, and so I need to increase the circulatory flow through the area, and so I'm going in on the inner side of the accessory carpal bone to work on the carpal canal. And if you can understand that, what we're trying to do is put more circulation through the distal limb or through the lower limb. So I'd be treating in this area, and then I'm going to move down to the bulbs of the heels. And this is why this small probe is so useful, because I know that I'm actually exactly where I need to be anatomically. This isn't by guess and God. This is an anatomical situation where you must be on the appropriate place to have the right effect. I think if I hadn't put the calming influence through him, because he is irritable down here, because he's in pain, he probably would be stamping his foot. But you can see that his head is still quite relaxed and his ears are quite relaxed, and he's allowing me to treat. The circulatory flow to the horse's leg is quite complicated, and while I could work on the tendon, I would be worried that all I'd be doing is increasing local circulation. I need to ensure that the circulation, which obviously starts right up in his elbow as regards the leg, comes right down into his foot, turns around and goes up again. I need to stimulate the whole thing, not just locally in the tendon area. I want a clearance system going on in that leg. And you have to try to think of circulation as being a conveyor belt system. The arterial blood is bringing in everything that's needed for repair, and the venous blood is taking away all the debris. I can't be certain exactly where the vessels are in the tendon itself, because it varies in every animal. If I work where I know there are major vessels, I'll have an ongoing effect throughout the whole limb. And I'm now going to come forward into the middle of the coronet. We've really, by trial and error, discovered that we can influence circulatory flow through the whole foot area by using this point. It is, as you know, a meridian point, and therefore I think probably what I'm doing is stimulating an acupuncture point, which is enhancing the health of the whole animal. When you do that, of course you enhance healing. We're very happy with Respond because it's the one company that I've found, and I have searched worldwide, that have put an enormous amount of their resources back into research. People, when they look at these blankets, think that the treatment area is only where the magnets are located. What you must realize that any magnet has a big and extensive field, and that the field from this particular magnet is stretching right back to here. This one is coming down, and this one is coming forward. So with a horse blanketing like this, I am actually treating the whole body. And it's very important that the magnets be correctly placed, because like all wave and current forms, if you have them too close to each other, the magnetic field will run from one coil directly to another and not penetrate and do the job. So sometimes people take these magnets out and put them in inappropriate places, and then they say, the horse was not any better after I treated it with the magnets. And you say, well, where did you put them? And they've put them far too close together, so that the field has spread from magnet to magnet and has not penetrated, which is what we require it to do. You can see the outline of the coil under my fingers here in its neat little packet, and then we slide it back in and Velcro it in, so there's no chance of it getting out and getting confused with the horse's legs. So the horse would now be going to stand in this for an appropriate length of time, dependent on the setting, dependent on whether I'm working pre-competition, post-competition, or for some muscle soreness that has resulted as a result of secondary injury. I come back to the facilities that Respond offer. They have a neck wrap, and I wonder why other people haven't done that, because after all, the neck is the huge balancing area of the horse, and we've really needed it for a long time. We know that dressage horses in particular stress their hocks, and now we have the ability to help them. And the leg wraps are certainly very, very useful for ankles and lower leg problems. You're enhancing the behavior of the tissue. You're allowing it to get back into its normal magnetic resonance, if we can call it that. You're not disturbing it, and then once that's happened, then healing is so much, it's improved.